Victor Alpha 3, November Lima Bravo.
Roger, roger there. This is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor, Kilo Victor. The copy you signed is Victor Alpha 3, Nancy Lima Bravo. Is that correct?
Yeah, affirmative. Victor Alpha 3, November Lima Bravo. My name is Nate. November Alpha Tango Echo Nate, or Nathan if you prefer. I'm here in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. I'll give you a signal report on your next over, and I can copy KC9.
Roger, call sign Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor. This is Jim up around Louisville, actually just across the river from Louisville. We're in Indiana, but I can see downtown Louisville, Kentucky from where I am. It's about 3 miles away on the other side of the Ohio River. Roger.
Yeah, roger. So I drove through state of Kentucky before on my way down to Florida, but we didn't make it through Indiana. But I can relate. Here I am in Niagara Falls, looking across the border into Niagara Falls, New York. So I don't know if it's half a kilometer or a quarter of a mile away from the border here myself.
Roger, roger. And what was the name again, please?
It's Nate. November Alpha Tango Echo. Nate for Nathan. You can call me Nathan if you like.
Nathan, roger, roger. Now, are you right on the water there?
Negative. Now, those folks have a few more bucks than I do. But I'm a few blocks away from the actual border and kind of right downtown where all the tourist stuff here is in Niagara Falls.
Roger, roger. So they got the A seats and you got the C seats?
I'd be exaggerating if I called it a C seat, but yeah, where I'm living, I can afford to put a little bit into my savings, so that's about all the bragging I can do.
Roger, roger. I understand. Now are you Canadian?
Yeah, born and raised.
Roger. And what's your hometown?
You know, I grew up in a few small suburbs outside of Toronto, so I can simplify it that way. But I was born in a town called Newmarket, if you want to get technical.
Roger, roger. One of my all-time favorite stations is in Toronto. Let's see, 740.
Hey, sorry, Kevin. I think someone might have been tuning up. Which area of Toronto did you mention specifically?
Oh, well, it's 740 kilohertz Zoomer radio.
I don't know if they're still using that, call sign or whatever. At 740, gee, I listen to a lot of AM radio, but I don't think I've listened to 740.
Roger, roger. They got a lot of great music. Some of the older stuff. So I mean, I really enjoy that. And it's been a couple of years since I've copied the mail on them, but they've been using Zoomer radio there for probably about 20 years. So maybe they've been sold or something, but yeah, they're a clear channel station. Just sound beautiful down towards Louisville, and I'm sure down on into Florida. Roger.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's amazing what you can pick up, and nothing wrong with those AM broadcasts. I think they sound wonderful. I used to love listening to the baseball game on the AM radio, and there's always that low end to the announcer's voice that I always remembered, kind of associated it with an AM transmission. But yeah, so it gives you an idea. I kind of grew up around Toronto, never really lived inside the big metropolitan, kind of always grew up in smaller towns and stuff like that. Niagara Falls, kind of a weird spot because in the winter it's a ghost town, and in the summer there's a million people here.
Roger, roger. So tell me about your mobile. What kind of power are you running in that mobile?
I'd like to tell you about my radio, Kevin. It's I bought it used. So I'm 32 years old. I got my license about 2 years ago now. So I'm still kind of new to the hobby. It's a Fox Rango 767 Golf X-Ray. ST767GL. It's a big heavy thing, like a shack in a box. It's got a antenna tuner and a power supply built right into the thing. And I just used a little homemade G5 RV I put together. It's only up about 15 feet in the backyard, but here I am on the air with you.
Oh, Roger, I thought you were mobile.
Well, I'm about as stationary as you can get, just stirring up a coffee right now, fellas.
Oh, Roger that. Roger that. Well, I thought you were mobile, so I was going to say that mobile was doing a heck of a job. But so you're running about 100 watts, Roger?
Yeah, I'd say so. Maybe somewhere between 70 and 90 watts on the average.
Roger, Roger. Well, you're about 8 dB above my noise level audio-wise. I'm looking at your signal on a VU meter coming off the audio circuit of my receiver, and we are doing a QSO-VLOG. We do that periodically, and we have a YouTube page called QSO-VLOG where we post our QSOs. And this one, we'll probably be putting it in there in the next few days. Roger, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, all copies covered. Well, I think, yeah, it would be doing a great job for me if this was a mobile rig, that's for sure. And you've got a great signal up here, man. You're probably about 20 over. 5.9 plus 20. The audio is just gorgeous. It sounds great. And I've got a little spectrum display in front of me here. I got the waterfall. And you just have this big giant light popping up on the screen. You are big station here in my shack today.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Well, thank you for that, sir. We try to do best we can, you know. And we're running an older Yaesu 990 with a homebrew condenser microphone into an ART preamp, into a third octave equalizer, and then into the 990, and then into the Heathkit SB220, and then up to about a 35-foot inverted V-dipole. Roger?
Yeah, wonderful, Kevin. It's doing a great job for you. I'm an audio engineer by profession. I work with live bands and microphones and PA systems and stuff like that. And I think it's really cool that you've put together a more elaborate microphone setup for your radio. I think you're definitely reaping the rewards from your hard work.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We have spent 50 years in commercial broadcasting, all AM stations, for whatever reason that may be. And our QSO-VLOG segments are just segments off of our main YouTube page, which is called Jim Fergusson's Radio Story, where we do celebrate 50 years of broadcasting with all kinds of documentaries, specials, comedy pieces, and full-length music concerts that we created along the way. Roger?
Oh, okay, that's awesome. I'll have to take a look at your YouTube channel. It's only now I'm realizing that you're Jim and not Kevin.
I'm sorry, I'm what and not what?
I had copied your name as Kevin earlier, and I'm now realizing your name's Jim.
Oh, Roger. Well, that's, I'm sure, a relief for Kevin. I guess Kevin really appreciates that, Roger.
Yeah, really. Well, maybe I just, you know what I mean, I didn't capture the first part, because he and me sound like Jim, so maybe that's where I went wrong, but very cool, man. I'll have to dig you up on YouTube, take a look at some of your videos.
Roger that, roger that. Yeah, you might get a kick out of the comedy segments. They're I've got them displayed vertically. If you go into my main page, Jim Ferguson's radio story, there's about 10 lists vertically. Well, starting with the best of, you might enjoy that too. Anyway, so our QSO-VLOG we've been doing for about a year and a half. And we're doing about, so far, 150, Roger.
Yeah, okay, so you're saying you record the different stations that you work and then post a video of it on your channel? Is that what you're saying?
The QSO-VLOG is a segment, is a new segment of the main page, you know. Yeah, it's a current segment. The other stuff is from, well, let's see. We were production director for WHAS Radio in Louisville from 1970 to 79, Roger.
Oh, cool, man. That's when they were playing the big tune.
Roger, roger. So, and then, we had we always wanted to get into amateur radio, but, there was a thing about the test and CW and code tests and all that stuff that prevented us from being able to become amateur radio operator for a number of years, and then they did away with that requirement, and it took me another few years to figure out that, hey, I can do this. And so after I retired, then I said, wow, man, this is the time to do it. And so we've been amateur radioing there for the last 6 or 7 years, Roger.
Oh, very cool, man. That's awesome. I understand they did the same thing here. There used to be a Morse code qualification part of getting your ticket, and they dropped that out a short number of years before I ended up getting in the hobby. Although I do intend on familiarizing myself with Morse code and getting that qualification as well, just kind of to say I did it. Maybe I'll work a few stations, I'm not really sure. Still new to the hobby and enjoying just getting my voice out there and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a great hobby to get into, and I certainly got a warm welcome up here in Canada from the local ham radio operators. So they've been elmering me and helping me get on the air and all that sort of good stuff. It's funny, man. I've been getting out more and making more friends ever since I bought this radio.
Roger, roger. The identical story here, man. And I think the hobby is just so beautiful. From the, all the Elmers, we've had tremendous help from our Elmer, who is, usually the Elmer is the older individual helping the younger, but my Elmer is the younger helping the older, but it really has been nice, and he's helped me many ways along the way to be able to come up to where I am as far as doing the QSO-VLOGs, and he helped to facilitate a lot of that, Yeah,
exactly. What a great part of the hobby is camaraderie and the friendship, brotherhood, whatever way you want to look at it. I've made a lot of great friends, and they've been so helpful. Stored a few antennas and a few posts, connectors, equipment, stuff like that. I've sold a few pieces of gear for a very fair price, and a couple of guys came over and helped me get my big 30-foot max vertical, and that's really good stuff. Once in a while, I wake up on today like today, and I decide to get on the AHHHH bands and put a QQ call out myself, and I was relieved today to hear you doing the heavy lifting and calling QQ there, so I was quite happy to come back to you, because it's usually me talking to myself.
Yeah, right. Well, I do quite a bit of that myself. When you get to be about 75 or so, you start to take things like talking to yourself for granted, you know, and going into rooms and trying to figure out why you're there. It's all part of that process, you know. But anyway, Nathan, I appreciate the QSO there, sir. And we'll probably be posting this in the next 2 or 3 days. So we'll say 3s for now, and good to hear you back this way. Roger?
Okay, wonderful, Jim. Yeah, very nice to speak with you as well, and yeah, there might be some other stations on the side listening who want to work you as well. I'll take a look at your YouTube channel, and who knows, maybe I'll hear my voice on there.
Roger, Roger. Nathan, did you turn anything on? You just came up about 20 decibels.
Not negative, man. Just the magic of propagation, I guess.
Through the magic of radio. Alrighty. Gosh, 3's away, sir. Have a good day. This is Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor.
73 VA3NLB.